This is Ola, Man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number One Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
God, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. You favorite nation. Stay there. God, you are good. K-Wonder, I see you, K-Wonder. God, you're good. Let's go. People from every nation. People from every nation. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. We. Not yet. 1, 2, bring it down. Miracle, not eternity. To bless you, miracle. Hey, sing it again. He really does what he say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, boys, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh my God, we have another show today. Welcome back. Good to see you. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. I'm a little bit clumsy because there was some kind of reset that happened with my StreamYard account. So, and also I was actually trying to work on see if we can simultaneously go live on what you call it on TikTok and Instagram. But honestly, I started working on that way too late. And the good news is that we are live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube as usual on two different streams. One is for vertical, and the other one, So just you pick whichever one favors you, whichever one you prefer. Just so you know. But TikTok, I didn't figure it out. But there's a good chance my account is not there yet. Maybe I don't have access to. There's a specific key that I need. But if you know anything about that, please feel free to DM me. But yes, welcome back. We have another show lined up for you today. Of course, Two-Face is still Two-Face Idibia is still in the stream. Is still struggling. As to be expected, but hey, it's opportunity for us to look at it, and say, hey, this is kind of behavior that we don't want, or at least to watch out. So even if he's a victim, maybe we can watch out to not of different ways that people can easily become an easy target, because this is a cold world. Let's not get it twisted. It's a cold world, and sometimes people are in fact victims. But anyway, do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe. My name is Ola, coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. And what we do here is we extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topics. Trending topics, celebrity, anything that you guys are following out there, we kind of like pay attention to them, and we extract life and relationship lessons from them when we see the opportunity. But we tackle them from a self-empowerment, power dynamics, understanding, social intelligence, art of seduction, attraction, science, and emotional intelligence standpoint. That's where we attack these things from. So you're not going to hear me, for the most part, talk about something is right or wrong, or whose fault is it, or who is to blame. I don't think we benefit anything from that. Frankly, I feel free, not feel free. I feel free to do you, but I feel like the only thing we get out of that is project, feel good about ourselves. Oh, finally we discovered. Oh, yes, we know right and wrong. Okay, me and you know what's right and wrong. But somehow, even though when we know right and wrong, we end up making a boo-boo, and that's what I want us to kind of continue to pay attention to. All right, so this mobile thing, we're still trying to figure it out. So sometimes it's a little bit off, so let me see if I can fix this real quick. All right, let's see. Okay, Orichi. Okay, I think I figured that one out. Just trying to position it so that people that are watching on the mobile platform can also have good experiences. All right, because I just noticed, thank God I was monitoring, I just noticed that they were looking at something else entirely, maybe my nose, inside of my nose. But yes, that's what we do here. That's what we do here. We extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topic. My wife and I have written 2 different books that you can download for free. Just go to manofprestige.com. This book's right here. You can get the art covers too if you prefer that, but you can download it for free if you want to get instant access to it. Just go to manofprestige.com and you have access to them. And if you do end up getting one of the versions on Amazon, please make sure you leave a review. Let us know so we can continue to improve on what we're working on. All right, like I said, we do have a framework here. We have a framework, and oftentimes you will see me reference some of those framework. The 6 basic human needs is a big deal. So you remember this. Anytime you tell yourself there's no manual to marriage, just remember this, that there's a framework. Okay, you just have to be curious enough. There's a 4-point focus that we focus on right here as well. There's the 7 purposes of marriage. Everybody's purpose of marriage is different, but they all tend to fall between the 7 purposes. So we can't use that to say that, you know, just do what works for you. We can't say that either. And then also there's some poisonous behavior that we tend to cover here. You can see some of them even in Two Faces behavior. We point them out as we go. And there's also the 3 core pillars, the GPS, right? We have the 3 Ps of navigating crisis. We have the anti-seducers, But anyway, if you need personal help, you can reach out by email right there. It's an email, and you can also contact right there. So you will see me point that out during the course of the show. But yes, today, what are we talking about? We're talking about Two-Face. Two-Face. Yes, Two-Face is still in the streets. If you recall, Two-Face was outside yesterday. He ended up, 2 days ago, ended up on Daddy Freeze's live stream, and it blew some wind onto his nyash, and then everything was open nyash, and then, his issues, his relationship issues and love life matters were all up in the streets again. But it won't be the first time in the past since 2000, since 1998, about almost 30 years. This has been his history. He struggles to keep his house in order. He's had about 8 children in that time, about now 4 baby mothers. This is not something this is not something we glorify as Nigerians. We do look at you some type of way, unless you say you're doing polygamy, we'll leave you alone. But just to continue to have baby mothers all over the place and you're a public figure, yes, it gets called out, because that usually means your house is in a mess, or your house is not in order. And unfortunately, Two-Face, as humble as he is, as celebrated as he is, he continues to make a mess of himself on social media, especially since the beginning of since social media has been going more and more popular. Okay, so help me ping everybody else into the room. Just hit the like button, ping everybody else into the room. So there's a video that he released. Well, before he released a video, let me go ahead and drop the link right now. If you want to call in today, please feel free to call in as soon as you have something you want to get off your chest. Feel free to call in. Okay. All right, I'm dropping the link right about now. Then again, like I said, hit the like button, help me ping everybody else into the room. I like to hear people's opinions today. If nobody calls in, I will be going through the opinions on social media. That's what I'm going to spend most of the time on today. So I dropped the link already, so feel free to call in. Let me see if I can pin that to the top. There you go, so that people can see it when they get here. All right, yay. All right, good. So, but I want to play that video. Okay, I want to play that video. Before I play that video, let me pay a little bit of bills, and I'll be right back.
This is Ola, man of prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number 1 Red Flag, yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
All right, welcome back. So I do have Two Faces video on the screen, so I'm going to play that and then we'll talk. Let's listen in.
This is getting out of hand, and this is a dangerous situation right now. I know what fans can do. I know what people can do. I am perfectly okay. You understand what I'm saying? And this is putting Natasha at risk. It's not fair on anybody to do this kind of thing. It's not fair on anybody at all. So please, I need everybody to calm down. I need everybody to cease fire. We want to resolve all these issues. People will get issue for house, not be today. But this is getting out of hand. Please, friends, family, everybody, ceasefire. Please, I beg you. I beg you. I am perfectly fine. I did not pull that post. Please, please, I'm okay. Please.
All right, so there you have it. Two-Face said, here's what he said, okay?
This is getting out of hand.
He said it's getting out of hand. What is getting out of hand? Well, he jumped on Daddy Freeze's platform a few days ago to, I don't know what he was trying to do. He was trying to defend, and then you can hear the lady in the background, Natasha, his new partner. You can hear her saying they should see us together. And then, of course, Two-Face basically did not want to hear any of that. There seems to be some kind of tussle back and forth, and of course, people are now calling them out to be in some kind of toxic relationship. So people are not just saying that; they're also saying, "Hey, Two-Face needs some kind of help." Okay. So now, before this post, Two-Face actually released this post here. There's a post that he released that says on a storyline on Instagram that says "Help me."
Yep.
This yellow post right here, it says "Help me," and then that post has since been deleted now, according to all the different platforms, Instablog, Nigeria, Linda, AKG, all of them, because I did not see the post. Okay, but that's the screenshot you're looking at, and that was after that he now came out and he released that video that we're looking at. Okay, so again, let's listen to what he's saying. Okay.
This is getting out of hand.
He said this is getting out of hand.
This is a dangerous situation, right?
He said this is a dangerous situation right now.
I know what fans can do. I know what people can do.
All right, so now as I'm looking at this screen, I was watching Auntie B earlier on Obodo Ibo TV, and she said somebody had said in the chat to look close. Okay, I see a comment here. Natasha, we see you for his eyeglass. So nice one. So I'm trying to see. They said it looks like it's Natasha inside of those glasses, reflecting from those glasses. This is what happens. Oh my God. Where's my oh God, this thing? Where is it? I have to pull it up. Wait. Let's see. Hold on, no. I'm looking for my sound effect. You go explain. I can't find it. Let me see. Okay, I found it. Okay, I found it. Hallelujah. Because again, I had a reset on my live stream, so they're all over the place. But I found it. This is what happened when you put yourself in the position to have to explain.
Explain, because no evidence.
No evidence. If you put yourself in that position, no evidence, you go explain tired. Because everybody, the more you try to control the narrative, the more people are looking like, wait, what are you trying to explain? Wait, never mind your explanation. There's somebody inside of your glasses. But I'm trying to look too. Looks like somebody is in the glasses. Well, the person has two legs for sure. The person has two hands, two legs. Let me see.
I am perfectly okay.
The person is holding the camera.
Understand.
He said, I'm perfectly okay. You understand. 2BABA, our legendary African queen crooner, 2BABA, Two-Face said is okay. The whole world, all of us were worried about him, right? We feel as though he's in a toxic relationship and he's being manipulated, and potentially he's in an abusive relationship with a young lady called Natasha Osawaru, right? Who he just met, who he just had a baby with just a few weeks ago. Because a few days ago, we saw a video of some kind of altercation in the middle of the streets in London. And it looked quite crazy. You could hear her yelling at the top of her lungs, saying, I'm pregnant for your baby. Don't say that to me. Don't say that. Something, and then before we know it, Two-Face was in handcuffs, but some people said she was also in handcuffs, and both of them were arrested. Again, I think we can all conclude that relationship is not a healthy one today. You never know, it can become a healthy one tomorrow. Every relationship I've gone through something. I think Two-Face is going to tell us a little or something about that too. Let's keep listening.
And this is putting Natasha at risk.
He said this is putting Natasha at risk. While we're concerned about Baba is concerned about this lady. He said he said the public is putting Natasha at risk. Okay, because everybody is asking, they're saying, hey, we need to make sure you are safe, 2BABA, right? The likes of some of his old friends like Daddy Freeze, like his recent manager who just quit on him because of this same drama. His name is Kaka. Apparently, his the late Christian Asian's son, right, who was his manager. So all of us we're worried. We just want to make sure that our legend is safe, right? And we want to save him. And I did a poll here some 2 days ago. Should we save 2BABA Abi? This is his peace of mind that he's been looking for. And I think we have like some kind of draw on that, which is why this is a controversial topic right now, right? So people say men too, they cry. Men too, they suffer inside of relationships. So let's try to save this man. Let's not wait until another Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston story where they are no longer here before we try to help them, right? Or a Mobad, right? People say, let's not wait. He's a cry out for help. But the guy to himself, he put help on his screen earlier today and then removed it only to come and do extra shalaye. So it is, you and I can agree that it's quite confusing. Let's keep listening.
It's not fair on anybody to do this kind of thing.
He said it's not fair to do this kind of thing.
On anybody.
What kind of thing is he talking about? To try to save our legend from the hands of his wife? Right? What is not fair here exactly? What is 2BABA trying to tell us? That is safe. Okay? He's trying to say he's safe. Don't worry about him. Don't try to save him from himself. Let's keep listening.
So please, I need everybody to calm down.
He said, I need everybody to calm down and cease fire. I'm looking inside of the mirror. Who is that? That person is wearing some kind of gown, short sleeve. I'm trying to see inside of that glasses.
All these issues. People will get issue for house.
Please, nobody is hitting the like button. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Hit the like button.
Friends, family, everybody. Ceasefire. Please, I beg you.
The 3 people that hit the like button, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I did not post that.
He said he did not post the post. Which post is he talking about? 2BABA said he did not post that post. Did he post the post, or who posted the post of help? Is it another manager that posted the post?
Please, I'm okay. Please.
He said, please, I'm okay. Please, I'm okay. Like, it's like that little child you're trying to save from himself, but he's just like, please, I beg. Somebody said, bros, we no go here, we to love you. In fact, over love for you. Nothing must happen to you. And this person, Natasha, we see you for his eyeglass. Oh, nice one. Somebody from his voice, you will know he needs help. Well, if he doesn't, this is the thing. My opinion, my personal opinion, I do think he needs help. But it's hard. This is a grown adult. It's not outside of psychological, emotional stuff, or maybe spiritual. It doesn't look like he's hurting himself. It's not hurting anybody else from a physical standpoint, and it's not destroying properties. So this is going to be very difficult, right? So the family will need to stage some type of intervention, and they will need, I don't know, he needs some kind of assessment. So it's not going to be as simple as, let's start calling out the family and all that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff is probably going to backfire. Somebody said, you're doing this video under duress. Now, Natasha, old camera, I can see it from the glass. See, Nigerians are adamant about saving their legend, right? You don't look okay, sir. We go, they fire, they go. Another person, you are our property. We made you, sir. Entitlement. Wala. We made you. Please hit the like button, gentlemen. Hit the like button. Hey, Tonya. Good to see you, Tonya. I see you, Tonya. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's bring everybody else into the room. We have so much to talk about today. So please hit the like button. All right. Let me see here. Somebody said, honestly, I think I am the only one zooming into his glasses to see who is behind this video. Okay. Daddy, please blink twice. We know you to be strong. Okay. Somebody said, Biko, blink twice. Well, you're busy looking into his glasses. You can't see his eyes if he's blinking or not. Like, somebody save me, please, save me. Somebody, if you need help, blink twice. Somebody said, we understand you. We just want you to sit and have a conversation with a professional. A grown 50-year-old man. You guys are on the audacity. And let's build the happy, back, innocence. We know you are fine. Of course, there is nothing wrong. But permit us to walk with you to a happy place. Jesus. Someone said, the jazz na correct. That means the juju na correct one. Sir, they okay. Sorry, sir. Sorry, they okay. Somebody said, it is well, Ada. You just want to marry and have peace. May God be with you, sir. People have been on Two-Face case for a long time. I swear. They've been on this case for a long time. So I said, bro, you're not okay. You cannot realize it yourself. But we are telling you, I love you so much. Excuse me. Anyway, just in case you're wondering why we're covering this story, let me give you a quick summary all over again for those of you that might have been under that might have been under a rock. Let me see here. Do I have it? Okay, let's see. I think I have it. Yes, we have it. I think I have it. Where is it? To Lord have mercy. Okay, 1 second. So keep in mind, we're talking about relationships. We're trying to extract life relationships here. Okay, life lessons, relationship lessons out of this Two-Face story. Okay, we're not just here. In fact, we're not here at all to gossip. But let's look at it here, right? Two-Face has, like I said earlier on, Two-Face has about 4 baby mothers now, about 8 children, 3 children with his first baby mother, actually 2 children with his first baby mother, then 3 children with his second baby mother, and then 2 children with the only wife that he married legally, that's Annie Macaulay, who is also a Nigerian sweetheart, if you will. And of course, the ladies now are saying, you got what you deserve. You run away from fry pan into fire. Well, they didn't say fry pan anymore. They're saying you run away from Annie Dibia, who was perfect, to Natasha, who is an African warrior. You run away from African queen to an African warrior. That's what Nigerian women are now saying. We forget so soon, okay? Annie Dibia also they didn't seem to be in a very healthy relationship. And if they were, they shouldn't have broken up. I think we can just look at the fact that they're no longer together and say, hey, something was definitely wrong in that relationship. It's longest term relationship thus far, right? And that was the only legal wife that we know. Now, people are saying, they're saying that Natasha, the new partner, is still married to another person, okay? So I don't know how true that is, but they're saying that she had another child with somebody else that they're still married. Well, people are saying Two-Face is still married too, but Nigeria, I don't know if there's public record in Nigeria, but bloggers in Nigeria, they probably don't care about pulling up the public record to see if there's an actual divorce that happened or not. So there's a struggle there. There's a struggle there somehow in terms of, but we don't need the detail, okay? What we can see is what we can see. He's made a statement here. He's saying it's okay, okay? The whole world, if it was okay, he wouldn't need to come and tell us it's okay, all right? Somebody will say, no, but he's just making a public statement. No, he's just trying to get us to know that it's okay. No, that person was not making a public statement. That person was reacting the same way he reacted when he came on the scene yesterday to come and tell his ex, what do you call him? His ex manager to come and tell him
F you. Watch this video. Watch this video.
Okay, official 2BABA has joined. Official handle that he used to type.
Yo, Kaka, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to just shut the fuck up.
Why?
You need to shut the fuck up, man.
You know, Shelly.
You need to shut the fuck up.
Daddy free. Innocent. They should see us together.
You can, they should see us together. That's our honorable Natasha saying they should see us together.
So what they do now? So what they do? Then what does that people when say they come and make it now?
And there's a tussle. You can
What's
see,
your problem?
Daddy freeze. You don't see him.
and then the explanation.
What happened?
Daddy freeze. You don't see him.
Guys, calm down, calm down, calm down. Let's
Wow.
let's hope that there will be some stability so we can. Okay, official 2BABA has joined. Official handle that he used to type.
Okay, so that was what happened. So the whole world was like, wait, that is a toxic relationship. That man is being manipulated and that man is being abused, right? So that's what we saw yesterday. Now, I'm going somewhere. Just walk with me here. I'm going somewhere, okay? There's been quite a few opinions, and we learned most of our lessons from the general public opinions, okay? Not necessarily, you know, it started with Two-Face saying what he said, right? His lifestyle, whatever, which, by the way, we don't know majority of it. That's the honest truth. We don't know what the actual picture. There's one side of the story, which we haven't really fully gotten it. Then there's the other side of the story, and there's the truth, which there's a good chance we probably will never get the truth. Okay. So, but anyway, that's what's been going on. But I saw this. I wanted to. I saw this. The daughter apparently said something. There's a post on a post here. It says Niger Caro TV, right? I was looking at the daughter's page. I didn't see anything like that, so I don't know. But allegedly, she had the daughter Isabella Idibia. I think this is the daughter from Annie Idibia. Something to this effect, and I quote, "Oh no, I've always tried to let the world know there were more to my family life than what the social media portrays. Before Dad decided to leave Mom, I pleaded with him to be patient because with us there is home, but he felt he found love. My dad doesn't deserve any of this. If you know him well, you'd agree he's a kind man." You know, I don't know if she actually said this because I don't trust Nigerian bloggers. They will come up with anything, okay, just to get some clouds. Because you can see somebody already said, "Does Isabella know she said this?" Now, the way I like to come, somebody actually was thinking this, right? So at the very minimum, they made it up, right? But they made up something in their head. And I want to talk about it, right? I want to talk about it from that standpoint. Somebody said, "I won't lose my achievements in life because of random purpose." The pretty girl, just keep praying for Holy Spirit to overshadow him. Love. So most people will probably believe in that, you know, that the Emma wa okay, baby. Someone said, "Where she talk is she aware of this?" So it's highly unlikely that she said this. But let's address whoever came up with this thought. Let's address that person. That person said, "My dad doesn't deserve any of this. If you know him well, you'd agree he's a kind man." Being a kind man does not replace the necessary skills required for modern age relationships. Let me repeat that for you, for all of us to hear loud and clear. Being a kind person does not replace the skill set necessary for modern day relationships. Modern day relationships is going through some serious crisis, right? One of them being there's no manual for marriage, there's no manual for relationship, there's no manual to life. We even say to life sometimes, you know.
That's a big problem. That's pride speaking. Okay, because essentially you're saying there's no elders in your house that you can humble yourself to speak to. That's all you're saying. Oh, all the elders in your house were womanizers, and all the women there are divorcees, so there's nobody to in fact, I don't want to talk to them because they are coming from a misogynistic standpoint, so they have nothing to teach me. It is pride, nothing else. Okay, it is pride. So now the ability to identify that as pride is a skill set. Okay, it's not when somebody is walking around like this. That's not the only time that they're operating from a place of pride. Okay, that's not the only time. In fact, that's like the least of the issues, because at least you can see that person come and say, this one is pompous, make I just avoid them, right? But the secret ones, the ones that's really, really internal, right? The ones where you're like, you know, what is there? The one that counts on common sense to do life and relationships. That type of pride is very dangerous because it creeps up on you and it destroys everything in its path. And before you know it, you might have to pick up the pieces again. And if you're still alive, there's still chances, right? However, you can lose money and gain money back. You can lose a lot of things and gain them back. You can lose a husband and have another husband back. You can lose a wife and get another wife back. You know what you can get back? Time. You can get time back. So as soon as possible, it is better to acquire the necessary skill set. So I wanted to address that. I don't think it's the daughter that actually said that personally. I don't think it's the daughter, but just in case, you know. But that also brings me to another point where people say, okay, he's probably a great father. Some men think they can just get away with being a great father, but not a so good husband. I just don't have what it takes. You're a liar, okay? You're either, you see, it's not even about the husband-wife title thing or the marriage. It's not about any of that. It's about the relationship you have with the mother of your kids, the underlying relationship, even if she's an ex, right? It's about the relationship you have with the father of your kids, even if he's an ex, right? Some of you, they're like that, you know, I can't forgive. Even though you tell yourself, like, I can forgive, but you can, you know, make you day your day and I day my day, right? You forgive from apart. But when it comes to practice, it becomes a difficult thing for you because you just can't see that person in the same light anymore. Or maybe you feel the need to punish them for wasting your time, right? At the end of the day, that is still a function of you. That is who you are. Okay. But there's something else I wanted to bring up to your attention here. They apparently a brother of Two-Face. Let me see. Okay, so in one of his songs, apparently, this lyrics right here is being played. So I'm going to just read the lyrics. I don't want to play his music so we don't get flagged, right? Woman, and let them know there is, let me pause it. There is beauty. Let me do it again. I missed that part. Woman, and let them know. This is part of Two-Face's lyrics, right? Woman, and let them know there's beauty in being decent. Hi, give her your key and your car. She come back with the same balance. If Natasha, did I miss that again? I missed it again. Let's do it again. Okay, if Natasha, she come back with single balance. She said she love me, but all she do is chop my money, finish. Woman, I go respect. Woman, I got respect for you, even if all you got is 50 cents. Woman, just pack up yourself and come and live in my house and pay no rent. Woman, and let them know there's beauty in being decent. I give her your key and your car. She come back with the same balance. If Natasha, she come back with single balance. What else? She says she love me, but all she do is chop my money, finish. Is that it? I think so. Independent woman, but now my bank account diminish. Wala. I'll tell you where this is coming from in a second. Okay, so the brother posted this. His name is how do you pronounce this? I don't know. Something in DBI. Anyway, he says you've always been ahead, always been brilliant. He's talking to his brother. Okay, he's talking to his brother. Hey Marriott, good to see you, Marriott. You've always been ahead, always been brilliant. Lyrics meant to inspire, but somehow it's unfolding in real time. Painful reality. Allow us save you. Oinem. You've been suffering for too long. God knows. That's what the brother had to say. Okay. Now let me see what some people say. Typical Proverbs 7 verse 6 to 27. I pray verse 23 never happens. I don't believe it's jazz, but this is too jazzy. He needs prayers. His reasoning is gone. Prayers up. Okay. So many people, this is Victoria Inyama. I think she's an ex-actress in Nigeria, from Nigeria. She believes is potentially jazz. To be honest with you, even myself, I said, that can show you last song, you know. But again, who knows, right? But again, he's been moving some type of way for 30 years, right? So if he's moving some type of way before he now fell into somebody's bottle and then they covered it, we have to address everything he did before he fell into the bottle. That's where I'm coming from. So I'm not saying it's not jazz or it is jazz. I'm just saying for you to fall into these people's trap, you have to move a certain type of way. There's more than enough people to become their target. There's more than enough people that can easily become their victims. But you have to move a certain type of way to fall all the way out of Lekki into Benin City, Edo, somebody's house somewhere inside a bottle. You know, I'm just saying. So I'm not going to worry too much about if it's jazz or not, because obviously there's nothing me and you can do about that. Okay. Someone said deep word. It's another thing to be saved. It's also another thing to want to be saved. Somebody said to all TTC moms, God sees all. You all will testify. What is TTC? I don't know what that is. So just like Nigerians celebrate legendary 2BABA, the world will celebrate my music too for Grammy. God listening. Yeah, Tobiano Ace. Can't wait. Can you imagine? Promotion. Go and follow Tobiano. So I actually love this for Two-Face and really think it should happen to more men too, and publicly, so we can all be happy to them. Hey, it will happen to your son. Of course, it will happen to your son. I help you put stamp on top of it. Somebody said, I will say it and say it again. A man can be a victim of bad marriage, relationships, friendships over and over again, same as a woman. And it's okay to try until you get it right. People should stop judging from afar. If all you are seeing in all of this conversation is judgment, you are the judgmental one. You're projecting. Let's see. Somebody said, I thought you men applauded him for choosing his peace of mind. So what exactly are you saving him from? I think it's the men that you've been surrounding yourself with, basically. Some of us, we didn't exactly celebrate this. And we didn't judge him either, because we don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes. All we can see is what we can see, which is the same thing that everybody is seeing, right? And we have different interpretations to them because we are projecting our personal situations or our outlook on life on them. But here we try to extract the lessons. Like I said, you have to be moving some type of way before you become a victim of person that will use jazz on you. And what do I say to that? I'm not even judging you. You want to be careful. Because if you fall into the wrong kwekus by mistake, yes, you will enter bottle straight. And sometimes it's not always a spiritual thing. Sometimes it's just your limitation, or the limitations of how far you can see. So Two-Face had about 7 children he could worry about. He had a woman that he could worry about helping get help. Till now, we haven't seen anybody, even if it's ordinary blessing CEO, come out and say, this guy was my client. Right? We haven't seen Coach Olushola, I think that's his name, Coach Shola, come on. We haven't seen any of the coaches out there, Coach Lara, there are many of them in Nigeria now, say, hey, this guy was my client, we tried to help him. Do you know anybody that said, hey, we tried to help him, but it just was too bad? No. What we have is a guy who had been moving through life with common sense. I'm Two-Face, I'm rich, I got access, status, people love me, people know I'm humble, people know I'm a kind and gentle man. So because of that, I deserve love. And after all, this young lady loves me. She might be mean to everybody else, she might have left another man, but she loves me. So it must be that my ex-wife was the problem, right? You know where I'm going with that? Okay. Now, with that being said, I want to pull up I want to pull up T Bills. T Bills had something to say to Two Face. You know, I thought it was interesting to see what he had to say about Two Face. All right, T Bills. Shout out to T Bills. Okay, so he posted, he said, my first time back in Nigeria. Let me look at my monitors. Okay, shout out to everybody watching. Hit the like button. Good to see you, Mario Spale. Showa. How is everybody? Good to see you. All right, so now T-Bill said, my first time back in Nigeria. After, if you remember T-Bill is the ex-husband of Tiwa Savage. You know, his own marriage also fell apart, right? Because of issues around substance abuse, DV, domestic, issues, domestic abuse, accusing his ex-wife at the time of sleeping with everybody in Mavis at the time. But he's since gotten the help he needed. In fact, T-Bills, I'm proud of T-Bills. I'm proud of people like T-Bills, the Dotuns, the people that are on the journey to become better men. I'm proud of them. I like them better than people who think they've arrived. All right, because there's no such thing as I've arrived in this type of topics. Everybody, we are on a journey and we're trying to become better. Why? Why can't you just arrive? Because it's all a moving target. This whole thing is moving. Like I said, everybody, most people are struggling in relationships. Let me not say everybody. Most people are struggling in relationships and marriages. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with the influences coming out of social media, the fact that we're all connected. Everything from physical being, well-being, to psychology of everything, mental, emotional health, all that kind of stuff. People are struggling. Okay, because we're in an era where people have options, but at the same time, those options are not necessarily good for us. And sometimes it's tough to decide. And sometimes it's better off to choose life than what seems to be like somebody is dying slowly, So it's a difficult thing across the board, and that's why you see the divorce rates all-time high. That's why you see people are struggling in dating and they're getting ghosted left and right. That's why you see people sitting inside of a 10-year relationship and nobody is popping the question. By the time they decide to move on, they've wasted a whole decade, and now they're carrying around some kind of trauma that they project onto future relationships. So it's a struggle across the board. And people need to seek help, because as much as there's a struggle, there are people actively studying and helping people, and there are success stories and there are testimonies. But if you stay in your funk, how you go hear them, right? And there's no such thing as staying in your funk and you're just lonely in your house. The reality is that you're listening to something on the internet, probably some of the most toxic content that will help you stay in that funk more, because at the end of the day, misery loves company, and the negative ones go viral more. It's just what it is. Okay. All right, so get back to that's what T-Bills is. So T-Bills has been on a journey. Sometimes he relapses. This is real. Sometimes when you're on this journey, you relapse, you say some bullshit, and then you come back again. You say, let me fix myself. This is what the journey looks like. That's the reality of it. Until if you do better and do better, it starts to become second nature. And then at some point, people will say, you figure, overnight, you just know. It's a process. It's a process. So shout out to T-Bills for being a good example here. So he said to Two-Face, he said, my first time back in Nigeria, after being gone so long, when I came for my father's birthday, you begged me to stay longer. You paid for my ticket change, hugged me, and cried on my shoulder. Billy, I've had no one to talk to since you left. That's the quote, right? That moment, your honesty made me have you as my big brother, big bro. I'm not here to judge you. I'm fighting my own demons too. But God aligned our paths for a reason, and we've shared things most men will never speak about. Now it's time to get help, therapy, even clinical support if needed. There's no shame in choosing life. We've seen how legends like Michael Jackson, Whitney, Prince, Majek Fashek suffered when they didn't face their demons. I've also looked out for you behind closed doors. I'm working on myself, and you need to do the same for you and for your beautiful children. They need their father alive and whole. I love you, a guy. You're not alone. Let's grow into better men and better fathers together. And honestly, it's better to stand alone than being with a woman who only loves your best side or feeds your worst. I love you, King 2, official 2BABA. Wow. All right. That's interesting. I'm looking at somebody's comment here. It is interesting that this person actually brought this up, because some people have actually speculated that this might be one of the reasons why Two-Face is struggling. Some people have speculated that this might be one of the reasons why Two-Face is struggling. You guys remember Sound Sultan? You remember Sound Sultan? This guy right here? Sound Sultan, one of our legends. He passed away in 2000 and let me see, 1977 to let's see here. Was it 2021? Yeah, July 2021. He passed away. As per many people's account, this was 2BABA's best friend. It's very possible that he's struggling to get over the passing of Sound Sultan. It's very, very possible. Maybe as a cumulative, as part of the cumulative everything that is going through. Again, him and Annie Dibia didn't necessarily have the best relationship, you know. But we also know that Annie Dibia would have never been in public dragging Two-Face out. Don't let me say that, because there's that audio of her dragging, but it took her what, like 10 years before she released that audio. So I'm just saying, generally speaking, we knew that Annie Dibia, she loved Two-Face to death. And the last thing, unless she's frustrated, which clearly she was frustrated. I've told you guys a story here before where one of my friends here, what's his name? His name is Nosa. He invited me to a movie set here, and Annie Dibia and RMD happened to be the two stars on the set. So I met both of them, and as everybody was talking and chatting and just gisting and stuff like that, she stepped aside at least 2 times to go and talk to her baby, and that was 2BABA. You know, so but it doesn't, just because many people described it as obsession, right? So yes, it could be obsession, but they had 2 babies together, they were doing family together. Only if they had seek the help that they needed. Wouldn't that be awesome, right? So I think what I'm trying to really get at today is to get men especially, okay, men especially, to say, hey, the result I'm creating, it's not my fault. In fact, you're right. Anybody who blames you, they should collect. Woto. Okay?
Sorry.
You know, men are very quick to ask me, like, so are you saying it's always men's fault? I was like, I don't even use that language, okay? Fault, blame, these are all poisons, okay? If anybody is trying to address relationship issues, and the first thing they think about is whose fault is it, who's to blame, you could look at number 3 on your screen. It's poisonous. That's a person that doesn't know what they're doing when it comes to relationship, not, at least not in counseling, okay? They can't help you if all they are looking for is who's at fault, so we can condemn the person, so we can go back home. You two, you're wrong. If they are thinking right and wrong, they can't help you. Okay, they don't know what they're talking about. Because oftentimes this is not about right and wrong. All of us, we know what is right, we know what is wrong, but yet we find ourselves in a place of weakness oftentimes. And then we commit atrocities. We do the wrong thing. We cheat, we lie, we steal. Right? The cheating could be as simple as hiding money away. Most of you think of cheating as falling on somebody else's genitals.
No, the cheating is much bigger than that. If you're doing something you wouldn't do in front of your spouse, and you know if they find out that will become a betrayal, then that's cheating. That's cheating, and it can absolutely destroy that relationship. So yes, it's possible that 2BABA is dealing with the loss of maybe some losses such as sound sultan. So it's sad that he's going through what he's going through. But again, as a grown man, as a 50-year-old man, he is one of two things. It's either a professional intervention, which requires certain skill set, not family intervention. If you stage family, daddy freeze, kind of call some partner together, and that stuff will backfire. Because again, the more people, the more he sees all these messages from the TBOs in the public, the more he's going to be pissed off. Then he shouldn't be pissed off. Then he doesn't know it's not about that. Okay, go to another platform for that. What I'm telling, I need you to understand at the psychological level what is going on with him. Okay, it's not as simple as knowing right from wrong. Okay, it's going to take professional intervention, maybe spiritual intervention, because there's also the 3 P's here. Prayer does work. Okay, at least to help you with patience. Let me see. Mara says, great that man, his people are supporting him. He needs it. Hey, yeah. Toby and Tribe says, true. Annie would have never involved police on him. She respected him so much. I think that was the more reason why she was hurt when she spent night in Quero's house. So, but this young lady right here seems to be more concerned about what the perception of the public, right? And particularly because of this is a short term, they've only gotten together. Some people are suggesting that maybe she's going through a postpartum situation, whatever, But this is again, that's why I'm struggling to just judge her, because we don't know too much. We don't know too many things about her. The only thing I know about her is she thinks she's going to come and save Two-Face. Two-Face was supposed to be innocent and a victim, and she came to save him from Annie Dibia.
That is God.
Oh God. May God help us. May God help us. So clearly she didn't know what she was doing. So again, I'm looking at this person's comment. Said, which Sound Sultan was alive, he would have gone above to make sure Two-Face doesn't find himself in this situation. That was his best guy. After his demise, things started going downhill. All right. We don't know. It could be a coincidence, but it could also be true. So I said, nice one, bro. T-Build said, tag somebody called Tony Yusuf. You were a witness. Your love, kindness, and wisdom give us laughter and strength. Love you, brother, and thankful. All right, so I really like this post. Somebody said, that statement, you need to work on yourself for your children. They need their father alive and whole. Maximum respect, bro. I'm never your fan or like you, Teeb. But with this, your write-up, God bless you. Why do you even think the tweet they need to say that? Oh my God. I wouldn't post that on his page. But anyway, that's a good one that he posted. So I think Two-Face needs love. He might need tough love too. He might need somebody to be in his face and say, I will whoop your ass if you don't let us get help. But how's that going to happen when Natasha is always in the way? Let's listen to Natasha. According to people, they say she's always in the way. Let's listen to this, Sha. Let's listen.
The policemen and the military are ready to work with us to keep us back on our It was not like this yesterday, but right now, the military and the police are fighting for our justice.
Oh, did I tell you she's a politician? Natasha is a politician. That's how on a stage somewhere speaking to our constituents, right? Talking about how the police is going to come and help them.
I want to speak something to you. There is a problem. If they think that I or the commissioner or Saide or Sifo cannot hold our people down. They won't let us go inside there to go and see what they're doing. That is where the problem is. So please, until I carry this microphone and say, oh yeah, you know, please, let me move up, then we will continue. But for now, hope, so that we can go and see what's happening here. Are we okay?
All right, sorry about that. Let me just read the comments. Somebody said she has this type of masculine energy that I like. Somebody said, why can't Two-Face just submit to a strong woman? Just submission, right? There's a peace of mind with a touch of handcuff. We love you too, mama. Can you imagine? Power, more grace to your elbow, mama, ma'am. How many face she gets? It be like Two-Face. Don't marry 10 face. So, somebody said Natasha Osawaro wasn't a push aside before 2BABA married her. This was a protest at INEC office after the announcement of Edo gubernatorial elections result. All right, so there you have it. So she's a strong person. But strong person, what does that really mean? She will feel safe for Two-Face. Is Two-Face in good hands? That's really what this is. That's what we're trying to get at here. Is Two-Face in good hands? Should we just leave him alone and say, he's got a two, mama? Let's not worry about this young man. She's got it. She knows what she's doing. Should we just leave it alone? Anyway, somebody said Natasha still record that video, right? This video. So the Natasha record Let's not cap, right? I don't know. We don't know. I'm looking inside of the glasses. I still don't see. Anyway, somebody said video was shot under duress by the woman king. Two mama and 2BABA equals to love is wicked. We must help you because the way you start this video self na force. Okay, let me see how he started the video. Let me see if I see what they are saying.
This is getting out of hand.
Let me see. The way you start this video self. Wait.
This is getting out of hand.
He looks stressed. He does look stressed. But he's saying we're the ones stressing him. Unfortunately, he's a public figure, so this is not optional, right? So I said we must help you because the way you start this video self now force. We know they seize fire. So I said, whether you like it or not, we go save you. So I said, this is sad as well as scary. Okay, make we seize fire. Let's pray for them. This is important for every man or woman, married or single. Understand that true love shouldn't hurt. Amen. That one is a little tricky. It depends on what you mean by love. Okay. In the long run, you're right. Okay. But sometimes true love, you go through phases in life, you go through the valleys of the shadows of death, and then you say, this is not true love. No, be careful. That's just life. Life will show you shaggy sometimes. So don't be so quick to jump out from a fry pan because you might just jump into fire because you think true love should not hurt. Let's be careful with our talking points. Okay. Let me see. Just Adetone said, now Natasha still record you, still tell you, waiting, go talk. Let me see here. Okay. Waiting, you go talk. It better make we lose to Natasha than lose you. Your agony no go scare us away. Okay. They're trying to save him like a child. Okay, you're not okay. We will help you by force. We listen, we don't judge. Let love lead. Ever since I left you, I've been to hell and I'm back on repeat. Damn. Low-key, if him need help, make him blink in eyes twice. But since he's on glasses, then he's fine, though. Then there's a cat blinking eyes here. 2BABA, we have coconut head. We are not seizing no fire. Not that type of seize. As in ceasefire. We're not ceasefire. No fire. As mothers, we call your spirit home. No, they call people. No, they call people from their wife's house. So I'm telling you, be careful with that calling people home from their wife's house. All right, so let me see here. What else do we have going on? Should we save Two-Face, or we should just leave him alone to his peace of mind? He clearly doesn't have peace of mind, but he's blaming it on us. Can you really blame external factor for your lack of peace of mind? All right, so many people try to judge Daddy Freeze. They try to drag him for bringing him on the stream and stuff like that. I'm not sure if that carries any weight. But it is what it is. Let's listen to what Arise News TV. Let's listen to what they had to say about this one.
Take this story, and it's based on popular demand. Legendary Nigerian artist 2BABA, also known as Two-Face Idibia, is currently trending on social media following reports of his arrest in the United Kingdom last month after a serious altercation involving his new partner, Edo State lawmaker Natasha Osawaru. The couple allegedly began the argument at Gatwick Airport before finishing it at a store where they were both arrested for public nuisance. The surfacing video directly contradicts 2BABA's earlier denial via social media that his failure to perform at a UK event on October 2nd was due to a sudden health issue, as rumors at the time had suggested he was arrested. The public drama, which included Natasha yelling that she was pregnant for 2BABA during a fight, and the couple taking their dispute to media personality Daddy Freeze's Instagram Live, has gone viral on social media. Let's take a look.
Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do it! Don't do it! Can you even shut up? What do you have? And don't do that! Why you shouting at me? Why you shouting at me? Why you raising your voice at me? What are you doing? Yeah, we try to do it together, but I think we got to be here and when you start accommodation. Yes?
Apparently, you don't have a conversation, but I need someone to go with you.
Don't worry. I'll sort that out. Don't worry. They just question you.
Just don't say nothing. Just.
Well, despite the public drama, the couple has continued to post happily about each other on social media. However, fans have commented that 2BABA left his African queen for an African warrior, highlighting the stark contrast between his previous marriage to Annie Idibia and this explosive new relationship. Some have alleged that this may be a carefully orchestrated publicity stunt designed to promote an album. And I invite Dr. Abati. I don't think we will have time to take our good news report. I want us to quickly discuss this. We have seen this video. I mean, 2BABA is our international star, our international superstar. Yeah. But you've seen their videos, their romantic videos coming up online at this moment. 2BABA has not come out to debunk anything at this point. Your thoughts on the story?
Okay, first of all, he's a legend. He just turned 50, celebrated, I believe, 20 years on stage. A number of celebrities today who are on the world stage refer to him and give him the honor that's due to him. So it's very sad to see such a legend being, used as fodder for conversation on social media. But I think this points to what we've seen in recent times, whether from Senator Ned Nwoko and other public figures like this, is around the institution of marriage. And that there is a big conversation around what happens within and how it can escalate and actually undo years of work and reputation that you've built over the years.
Yep.
The truth is that when it comes to marriage, what happens inside, you don't know the true story until you hear the one side, the other side, and then the truth. But I believe that, there was an issue around domestic violence. That's him being handcuffed there, and the video was leaked. But beyond this are serious issues. Number one is that the person in question, one of the people in question, is a lawmaker, in Edo State.
Yes.
There are serious accusations around drugs. We should not take these things lightly. They should be investigated. And then 3 is about role modeling. Yes, celebrities say that I didn't call myself, I didn't ask anybody to look up to me. But the truth is that when you achieve a certain status, people do look up to you. What kind of role modeling do we have in the name of celebrities that we have, currently? So these are some critical issues. And finally, on this point, don't envy what you are not party to. Some people have looked at them and God, when I saw a comment that somebody said, I said God when I saw their video. Father, God, on when, please? I'm not winning on anyone. I'm not laughing at them, but it's a sad situation, and I pray that they resolve it.
I don't even know.
That, people say, God, when, do my own. So God, don't when, no.
She didn't get the second joke.
Vimba, your thoughts quickly. So
She's
Dr.
postpartum, isn't she? Just a totally different angle. There is such a thing as postpartum rage.
Yes.
Postpartum comes in different forms. Some people get depressed. Some people actually become extremely aggressive and enraged. I don't know the details. I don't really care to know the details of what happens in their relationship. But I just thought, for the sake of public interest, that, postpartum rage does exist. It is a thing. I'm not enabling or excusing bad behavior, but women do go through a lot psychologically after giving birth. So that's my two take.
Very quickly. How or why Innocent Dibia, popularly known as Two-Face, went from African queen to African warrior is his personal business. So I don't want to inquire into what people do,
fired.
In their private
Right.
lives. However, the conduct of Honorable Natasha Osawaru is what the Edo State House of Assembly is summoning her for. And Blessing Agbebaku, that's the name of the Speaker of the House, says our conduct in recent times has been exposing the Edo State House of Assembly to disrepute, that they find our conduct embarrassing, and that she should come and explain herself why disciplinary actions should not be taken against her. So it's about ethics for them. It's about decorum for the Edo State House of Assembly. I think that's an important part of it. But as for whether African queen or African warrior or, Innocent Dibia's libido, no, that's off limits.
Idibia's libido. Why? Anyway, let me read this comment. I heard that earlier. I was like, wait, why are you attacking his libido? Anyway, let me see. He had no business getting married again, my personal opinion. Somebody said, DJ play Ever Since I Left You. I have been to hell and I'm back by 2BABA. Somebody said, now I believe the media space is truly controlled. In my opinion, this is not supposed to be a news. Just 4 days ago, some group of personnel did a volunteer work in Nigeria as large as sweeping in the rattles, clearing and packing of dirt. We did not see it on the news. This is disturbing. God bless. For those of you that are rattles, is that how your president built his platform? By focusing on sweeping of the streets? They play. Somebody said, from 2BABA to 2Mama, it's not bad to be close to your husband, but when it becomes too much, you can get lost in the relationship. It's not necessary for you to accompany him everywhere, like on tour for his music career. You need to have your own space. Do you think that girl is going to let Two-Face out of her sight? I don't think so. I don't think she's going to let Two-Face out of her sight. Just know this and know peace. He's always shouting at you, but now when you enter UK, you feel like speaking up because the system there favors women. Another angle. Personally, not interested in such news. Okay, all right, let's leave that alone. So again, let me just say this real quick. The lesson that I really want us to extract out of this today is very, very simple. Okay. It's a lesson about social IQ. Okay. It's a lesson about social intelligence, if you will. I think we've kind of touched on it a little bit yesterday. It's 1/3 of what we call emotional intelligence.
But today's news, the fact that Two-Face is out here still crying about this, it goes to tell you that it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. It goes to prove the point I always make to you, that if people don't hit rock bottom, they don't stop. And that rock bottom thing varies from people to people, unfortunately. When there's substance abuse involved, it gets worse, because they can't even comprehend what you're talking about. They're just trying to survive day to day, So at this point, I really strongly feel like a Two-Face issue. I really strongly feel like it's about there's a mix of so many things. Okay, first of all, his background. He doesn't know what he doesn't know. Okay, and when you don't know what you don't know, and you feel attacked by the whole world, you're probably just going to spend most of your energy defending yourself. That's why you see him getting defensive. That's why you see him jump on a live stream to call out his ex-manager who walked away from him. There's a lot going on in this camp. As a matter of fact, the ex-manager has alleged that his staff are not paid. Like, his staff members are not paid because Natasha allegedly is handling the money, and there's a lot of things going on. As soon as the mother came out and made noise, you remember this video? I think I played it yesterday, right? If you remember this video.
My name is Mrs. Rose Idibia. This message is for Miss Natasha Osauru of Edo State. I'm calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help me beg her to release or to free my son. My son is going through a divorce process and he's clearly not in his right senses now. I know my son. This is not him. Please, Natasha, the bead you put on his hand and on his neck, remove them and free him. My name is Mrs. Rose Idibia.
She said, remove the beads and free him. Okay, somebody said, oh my God, Natasha turned our 2BABA to 2BABY. Somebody said, Mama, you're not a good mother. I'm wondering why this person says Mama is not a good mother. Some people are saying, I think they're saying that because they're speculating that she never liked Annie. Monster-in-law, the monster-in-law syndrome thing is an evergreen thing. It takes people with emotional intelligence, at least one person with emotional intelligence, to navigate that. Common sense is not going to help. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. The monster-in-law syndrome, yeah, it's not going to be as simple as, oh, I just want to protect, I just want to love all over my children, my children's daughter. It's not that simple either. What if you're loving on them and you're not being received? Can you react properly to that? Okay, you know how to respond properly to that. Do you have the understanding of everything that's going on underneath that at an emotional level? Probably not. You're probably just going to overreact and call them the devil. You just say she's the devil. She came to your house to take your son away, or vice versa, because you're operating from a place of common sense. Okay, so that's not going to fly either. So I don't think it's as simple as calling out the mother and saying she's not a good mother. I think the fact that you felt the need to say that says a lot about you to an elderly woman on the internet. It's a lot more complicated than that. Okay, can you put rope on your money making an adult son and daughter and make them reason in a place? So a lot of people are saying that she should step up to the plate and do something about her son. There's not much she can do about her son. 50-year-old son, just in case you missed that. Okay, so I'm wondering what this person is trying to say, but people are already replying saying, don't say this, it's not fair. So you look at this mother, you attack the mother. Anyway, Peace of Mind has located you, and after this birthday she went to see them. Okay, so the thing is that the mother cried out, but somehow they draw her close, and then she ended up saying, my son, as long as my son is alive, and then she's okay, But this is how these things play out. Like I said, Two-Face is going to need professional help. Okay, So let's even assume it's not crazy. Okay. Let's just think about the best case scenario. It's not crazy. He's just in love with his girl, right? He needs help to learn how to handle whatever is going on in his household. I mean, his family, including his other children and his exes, right? He needs help to handle that. He needs help in how to rearrange that and bring that back into order. He needs at least that small help. And if it's the other side around, he still needs help because he clearly doesn't know what he's doing. Okay? He does not know what he's doing. Okay? So now let's talk about this social intelligence of a thing, right? We'll talk about the society at large. Before you take an action, you have to be able to forecast. Forecasting is fundamental. Okay, a failure in social IQ is simply the inability to predict the consequences of your behavior in society, especially for an high profile person. What is high profile? Okay, you're occupying some kind of position, a title, a leadership position. It starts from something as simple as you're a mother, you're a father, you're an adult in the equation. You need to be able to see, to foresee what your actions is going to become with respect to the social. You know, in one breath, we said we don't care about what people think. Be careful with that saying, okay? Yes, you shouldn't look for public validation to the detriment of your own self, right? However, to some extent, we all care, and there are real life consequences for behaving a certain type of way. So again, him continue to come out and get defensive and telling people to cease fire is a sign that he lacks social intelligence. And a quick tip to that is you need to have an understanding of how to forecast when it comes to your behavior in society. Okay, anytime there's two or more people involved, then you need to understand that your behavior is going to have consequences. Okay, hold on one second. Let me reply someone real quick. Okay. All right. So, number two, the same thing we say at a relationship level. He clearly doesn't understand that. You cannot command respect. The idea of asking the public to cease fire, this is like commanding the public, like just stop it. just stop it. This idea of enforcing submission is the same mindset. Enforcing submission and respect or trust. These things have to be earned, not just today, okay? Over a period of time. The way you show up consistently or lack thereof is a problem, okay? That becomes a problem if you're not consistent, okay? Your lack of consistency will override your intentions to do the right thing, okay? In terms of consequences. So if you're not a consistent person, people are going to see, let me even flip that for you. Your consistent behavior is what people are going to believe. Two-Face has showed up consistently in a certain type of way, and that's going to continue to be the type of respect he will get. They're treating him like a baby right now. The general public, including his mother, is treating him like they think he needs help. It's because of the way he's been showing up consistently. Yeah, it's undefeated. So if you want something else, you need to show up in a different way, but you have to be consistent with it for a period of time. That means you need patience. Okay? If you don't have patience, it's not going to work. Okay? So if you're willingly making your chaos public for everybody to see, you will be forfeiting your respect just like that as you go. Okay? And it gets worse the more you try to control the consequence. It's not going to work, you know. So in fact, now you might start to see all kind of, they will make more fun of him. They will create AI videos to make fun of him. It used to be just comedians on those stages during Easter and Christmas that will make fun of him. Now AI will make fun of him. It just gets worse and worse, and he will overreact. It will get defensive. It gets worse and worse. It's a vicious cycle. Unless he stops the cycle, he needs to go away for 2 weeks. Make that 2 months. Make that 2 years. And I'm not talking about go away from his job. You need to sign up for more work and show up on stages. Okay. So if you lack emotional intelligence, that flaw, that emotional flaw, when you get into the social sphere, aka social media, the worst of it, right? It only gets worse. And then you start to have things like your new significant other, we just had a baby in the past 2 weeks. Now she's getting summoned into House of Assembly. Now her work is being affected. Now her reputation is being affected, either she likes it or not. Okay. Oh, it's social media. That's just social media. No, it is not. It's a big deal. Okay. It's a big deal. So again, Two-Face is attempting to control the outcome, right? His intentions is to stop putting Natasha at risk, right? That is, remember, you know how I feel about intentions. Let me see if I have my Poto soundtrack here. I don't have it, so I have to go and look for it. Poto. I think I might be able to put it up quickly. Let's see. Right, your intentions are overrated. Yeah, I found it. Your intentions are overrated. Know this and know peace. Your intentions are overrated. It's good to have good intentions. You're a good guy, right? Yes, it's good. What did Toby and Tribe say? Is Two-Face a Mr. Nice Guy? I think so. I think so. He's a Mr. Nice Guy, a Mr. Kind Guy too. He's a good guy. He has good intention. It doesn't mean, believe it or not, it doesn't mean to harm anybody. His weakness is one thing. His weaknesses can harm people, including his family and his children, right? And he should be held accountable for that, not by me, because I'm not his God, right? In fact, there's consequences for that. He's already enjoying that, right? But yes, he is a Mr. Nice Guy. His intentions are good. Let me take this off the screen. His intentions are good, right? He doesn't want to hurt anybody. He just wants peace of mind. He just wants to love. And Natasha happened to be the person that brought that to him once upon a time. Now that comes with its prices, right? Including getting dragged in the street of London. But it's no longer good enough. Okay. So the attempt to control the outcome by stopping let's not put Natasha at risk again. Let's save Natasha, right? Without taking full ownership of how he got here, his own input, which takes time. You need to step away from all of this, right? Yeah, that's not going to work, okay? That is a direct reflection. That's a direct indication of his level of social IQ, okay? Social intelligence one of the first steps is that you will have to own your own mess. Full ownership. You don't get to come to the public and tell people to cease fire. It's not going to work. They will drag you more. They will catch crews with it. And it will still hurt. Okay? But last but not least, okay? You know, I would like to say perception is reality, right? Yes, it's still true. Viral videos. Viral videos, right? An argument on Instagram Live. A whole video showing you in anchors in the middle of UK that literally affected a show that was cancelled, right? Yeah. Your image. Why do we talk about image? Image. Your image is everything. Your reputation, gentlemen, leaders in this world, everything. Why could you just tell somebody accused you, well, you need to step aside until we finish the investigation. Why? Because reputation. Oh, but that's unfair. They haven't been proven wrong. It's only on social media. No, in real life, you'll be told to step aside. If something's going to tarnish the organization's image, they will tell you to step aside. Unfortunately, in this case, Two-Face is not going to step aside from himself because of coconut head pride. Right? Yes, he's a humble guy. But when you are a powerhouse, a brand, a rock star like Two-Face, you don't have this luxury of jumping out on cameras and just talking anyhow. Now, of course, our suspicion is that Natasha is the one filming that film, right? But do you think the average Nigerian politician know what I'm talking about? They don't. That's why Nigeria is in shambles. Yes, I said it. Okay. So social intelligence will protect your prestige. I think you guys already know that. To protect, you're able to see ahead of so many things, so many calamities, right? You're able to see ahead of a lot of things. Perception is truly reality. Optics, we call it optics. What it looks like to the public, to the society. Yes. Oh, I don't care what people say. Yes, you do. And if you don't care, that's part of your lack of social intelligence. Okay. Okay. Now, obviously, not at the detriment of your own well-being, your emotional well-being. Obviously not. But this idea that we shouldn't care about what people think, everything is in modesty. Any ideology is in modesty, right? Any ideology can backfire and destroy you. Okay. All right. So social intelligence is protecting your prestige by keeping your personal turbulence out of the public eye in the first place, or facing the reality that you cannot control, public perception after you've destroyed your public character. Well, so what do we do? If we can't control it, we can't control it. What do we do? Go back home because they forget and start building something fresh. Take a step back because they're busy. Remember, the whole thing is a moving target. They will find somebody else to talk about tomorrow. Okay? They will find somebody else to talk about tomorrow. But I want to give you, before I leave, I want to give you 5 signs of lack of social intelligence. Okay? It's direct reflection of everything I just talked about. Number 1, difficulty reading social cues. Okay? Social cues. Mora. You can't read. Hold on 1 second. All right. Difficulty in what did I say? Reading social cues. Number 2, lack of empathy and perspective taking. What do I say? Take a step back sometimes so you can see what's going on. It's also a very important step when it comes to empathy. Just being able to, take your feelings out of the situation. The struggle to share other people's feelings. A lot of people feel that like let's just tell the truth. Let's just call a spade a spade. The inability to share other people's feelings. Obviously, you will struggle with understanding what we mean by social intelligence. Okay, that if you remember, I called out one comment earlier, right? Small things like not being like insensitive comments and stuff like that, right? Not being able to see or say no, people are just sensitive these days. Like, okay, you might actually still be right, but that mindset is the problem. You're going to create bad consequences for yourself because you will be busy spending your energy trying to prove a point as opposed to pay attention to how people receive things. So even if you want to change how they receive things, you first of all need to apply empathy. You need to understand where they're coming from in order to be able to influence them in the first place. Number 3, poor emotional regulation. They usually have trouble controlling their own emotional responses, leading to unpredictable emotional outbursts, lashing out, excessive anger, and extreme defensiveness. Conversely, emotional withdrawal, shutting down, silent treatments. You never expected it. I don't have my sound effects. God help me. Let me take notes so I can find them. You never expected it. I know. You never expected it. I will find them. They are on this place, but I need to find them. All right, so number 4, blaming others or avoiding accountability. I think we've talked about that as well. Consistently blaming external factor, the rain, the sunshine, the snow. It is this one's fault. If you look around you, you'll find things to blame. You'll find people to blame. That's the difficult part about this. There will be legit things to blame, things and people to blame, and easily avoid accountability. So it's justified, right? Which is why there's a problem with that, focusing on who is right or who is not right. You're right.
You're right.
So it's not even about, blame is a poison, like I told you, right? So consistently blaming external factors or other people for their own emotional state, problems, mistakes, right? They find it nearly impossible to genuinely apologize. Genuinely, okay? Take responsibility. It's a difficult thing. Accountabilities. And I'm talking only about self-accountability, okay? They might say things, I'm sorry you feel that way. So let's bring it down to normal people, like just person to person. I'm sorry you feel that way, right? What do you mean I feel that way? What are you sorry about? Why are you sorry that I feel some type of way? Feeling some type of way is automatically you telling me I'm responsible for my feelings. But you are sorry. Are you confused or something? It's basically a person that will not be accountable. And how often do we hear that? I'm sorry you feel that way. Of course, we hear it all the time. It reflects a lack of self-reflection, a refusal to own the impact of their actions. Last but not least, dominating conversations and overemphasis on self. I do talk about self-empowerment, self-love. But like I said, any ideologies is modesty, because you can use it to kill yourself if you don't know what you're doing. They're all double-edged swords. How many times have you heard people like, I'm all about my self-love? Okay, good luck. I hope you know what you're doing. So they frequently steer the conversation back to their experiences, their achievements or problems, often interrupting others and using a partner's vulnerability as a segue to one-up them. Vulnerability, we talked about that yesterday with Mark yesterday, our special guest. And of course, that demonstrates a failure in active listening. Active listening is the end-all be-all, the holy grail. The holy grail of everything, active listening. Active listening, paying attention to your surrounding, reading the room before you act. Not just reading the room, foresight. Take time to think about what is the potential outcome of what I'm doing right now. You're never going to be perfect. It's just a little bit of extra effort away from the lazy, selfish mind. That's what we're talking about. So 2Face, I'm not sure if he's ready. It's not ready. 2Face is not ready. Yeah. I pray for him. I think we're all praying for him. But he needs help. He needs professional help. 2Face needs professional help. And let me play a couple of videos before we leave. Let me play this video. Let's see. Let's listen. This guy, his name is Godwin. Let's listen on TikTok.
Of truth. Let's listen to this, please.
If you know how many people they are owing, their workers are not paid.
So what are they doing with all the money he's making?
Daddy freeze. Substance abuse.
Are you alleging?
They cannot even allege for that one.
Everybody have become solicitor. Everybody's now looking for a way out for 2Face, because 2Face is now underage. 2Face is now a 12-year-old child that needs to be saved by the whole world. Everyone is concerned. See, Daddy Freeze, very, very smart and intelligent guy. He knows exactly how to use words and how to bring words out of you. You see, that guy was going yap, 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 yap. Daddy Freeze asked him, are you alleging? And he mumushly, they can't allege for this one. No. Are you sure of what you're saying? It's not about they hear, they say, or on a see, or they hear when they were quarreling or arguing. Do you have concrete evidence to prove? Because these are some serious allegations. On the other hand, though, all those times Annie Dibia was saying that she's the one covering up for 2BABA. Could she be saying the truth? You know, Annie said it, that she has been the one covering 2BABA's shame, that people don't know who 2BABA is, allegedly. Could Annie also be saying the truth? Another thing, there was a rumor that Annie was abusing drugs. It was rumored, or it was alleged, that Annie was going to rehab, or in fact, Annie was in rehab because of drug dependency. And now, these people are also saying, these people are alleging that 2BABA himself is also dependent on drugs. Could that not have a relation? Annie, it was alleged that Annie was a drug abuser. 2BABA left Annie because he labeled that there was too much problem between himself and Annie, allegedly. Now 2BABA is with another woman, and it's alleged that 2BABA is also doing drugs with this woman. Think about it. And again, Natasha is not 2BABA's first woman. It's not 2BABA's second woman. It's not 2BABA's third woman. 2BABA get plenty women. Are you telling me that these women are all problematic? Is that what you're telling me? That all these women, that they are all problematic, and our legend is the saint, the only saint in hell, or the only virgin in maternity ward? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. I don't know if anyone's got the answer to these questions. I'll be more than happy to listen to it. Nigerians, the lovers of truth. Let's listen to this, please.
All right, so you have that. Let's listen to another one. Let's see.
And Natasha one more time. Now Annie Idibia is trending because now a lot of Nigerians are ailing Annie, that Annie is the actual African queen, while Natasha is the African warrior. Voila. And I feel the more Natasha and Two-Face try to hide this, the more exposed they get. Now the whole world can see what is going on. Their marriage is just 6 months, and we all can see the level of violence. The initial one, Two-Face came, he debunked. That was why he missed his show, but he debunked. But the truth right now is that, like the analysis I made when this whole thing was trending, is that the whole nonsense that Two-Face was feeding Annie, I said Natasha will not accept it, because Natasha is a mature lady. Natasha has political power. She's a member of the House of Assembly. Natasha is older. Natasha is exposed compared to when Two-Face met Annie. Annie was just a young, innocent lady. And of a truth, the only issue I have with Annie was that Annie was not building herself. Annie left herself. She was not building herself. She was only leveraging on the fact that, oh, I'm Two-Face's wife, which I feel she could be more. But aside from that, Two-Face had more baggage in that marriage than Annie. Constantly, we've seen Two-Face's family come out to wash their dirty linen outside. We've seen them tag Annie like Annie is the bad person. Now, 6 months down the line, is Natasha now a bad person again? So if we see the same pattern with Annie, and in less than 6 months we are seeing the same pattern with Natasha, then who exactly is the problem? It's so obvious that Two-Face is the problem. It is so obvious that Two-Face is the problem. But it was so sad that, you know, Two-Face's family were always coming out to make Annie look like the bad person. Now will they come out again now and make Natasha look like the bad person? But the way Nigerians are dragging Two-Face, hey, no before here. Oh, see the way now they drag on a legend. See the way now they drag on a legend. Hey, while I be like Jingle Bell, Two-Face. At this point, I think Two-Face should just leave marriage and women alone. Two-Face should just leave marriage and women alone. But wait, who will Two-Face leave Natasha for? Abi, who will Natasha leave Two-Face for? No, this marriage must stand. No, they must not. This marriage must stand. Hey, this marriage must stand. Let's talk about Two-Face.
All right. So she said this marriage must stand. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Thank you. Hit the like button. Let me come to the chat. As I said, men failed on this one. You mean they can't apply wisdom to get him out of that girl's life? No, I don't. What's the relevance of men and wisdom here? Again, it takes intervention. If it's a grown adult, it's not destroying properties. It's not destroying himself physically or anybody hurting anybody physically. Until that, you know, he has to. It's his choice to stay with any woman he wants to stay with. You know, But maybe his family members can help him. Maybe they can stage some kind of what do you call it, intervention, but that needs professional touch. But again, you're going to need more. There's some kind of assessment needed here. This man to me looks like just any other man who doesn't know what he's doing personally, and we can't. Yeah, we can. I'd rather mind my business and extract some lessons out of this and keep it moving. Maya says, I'll be asking too, they should use military to get him out of our house and hide him somewhere to think. Yeah, that's, I don't know. We have heard, though, he's the problem. Why are the women not letting him go? There's more than enough women that will want him. There's more than enough women that will line up. If he dumps Natasha right now, more than enough women will line up, even if it's simply for the status, the significance of being with a Two-Face. There's more than enough women, even younger, finer women, that will get with Two-Face today. To understand that's another conversation for another day, you know. Yeah, so let me pull this other video up. Let's have this. Let's see. Yeah, let's listen to this. Rita for Delta.
Don't worry. I'll sort that out. Don't worry. They got questions anyway.
Two-Face is enjoying his peace. Two-Face told us Koro on social media that he has found his peace. Why are you not letting him enjoy his peace? Why are you jealous of his peace? Why are you envious of Two-Face's peace?
Not jealous.
Now, let me tell you, see that brouhaha at the grocery store? It was just a rehearsal. They were just trying to rehearse a line. You know, when you're an artist, yeah, there's the part where the lady needs to sing as well. So you know when people are rehearsing, they're bound to raise their voice. That will shock me. Baba! The one legend we will get for Africa, led away in cuffs. Handcuff. 2BABA. Handcuff. That part, I never recovered from it. And then boom, as I see the talk, Baba come online today, gone! And that is the reason I came to make this video. They hail saying I'm goddess. You now, why they drink Panadol for another person? Headache. Why they drink Panadol for another man? Headache. The man we get headache say you no get headache. Drink your ice.
Headache.
Let them continue to entertain Nigerians. But this, you see here, when some men die and they get freedom, they go say no. They are wondering D will not stay in one place.
Don't shame us.
Now we are seeing somebody who has turned herself to his PA. There is no place, even if he's to buy toothpick, she needs to be there. And that is what I love. You know, when you're wondering D refuses to stay in one place, you go wonder, enter where they will send you. Now, full-time PA, now be this one. Now you go determine who you go say hello to. Now you go determine who you go shake in hand and who you go laugh with. I love it! Full-time contract. PA, mom, wife, everything all in one. I love it! Best of wishes to you, Two-Face. I am so happy for you. Stop.
All right, you heard it. So a lot of people are still comparing peace of mind, wandering bula, blah 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 blah. Anyway, let's listen to this bros.
I said Two-Face, and I'm very, very happy. I couldn't be more happy. You get. Now the truth is, you see, when you treat people bad, then be ready for karma. You understand? When you treat people bad, be ready for karma. And I love whatever Two-Face is facing, and I pray he face more. When you betray people who genuinely stood by you when you were nothing, and then you betray them, be ready for the karma that comes for you. I tell people every day that karma is real. A lot of you think you're joking, especially when it comes to the act of betrayal. Karma is always real. You see that lady you betrayed, that Annie. That lady was one of the, like, you didn't hear any scandal on the internet. As you shit rich, that woman not shout. As you take betray that woman rich, the woman not shout. As you give women belly rich because now your pricks are being impregnated on my part, that woman not make noise. Even when you divorce this woman, the woman not even make noise. Everything just calm. You understand? See now, I mean, when you take marry, first of all, you be they do bouncer for this woman for your papa compound. Now again, they don't they arrest you. Now 2 times they don't arrest you. Now the first one they say they arrest you allegedly for the first one. This one, whether not allegedly, not be alleged. I mean, a music promotion you want to. You will see one thing about God there. God not the sleep. A lot of you that go around betraying people, the way God will shame you, the way I not say Annie go they laugh like this now. That lady will be laughing, and I'm so happy for that lady. See, make God punish you more than this. You dey hear me? You are a very bad person. Somebody where you you are my African queen. Music on trend. You can't blow, turn to African king. Now you live African queen. Music now, your music now, they're not sabi your gbedu again. Your life now, will not quite understand again. You don't matter who get money now, chase your life. A lot of you ladies, you are still on this table. A man genuinely, the man not to get, but out of love and genuine love, the man will squander money for you because you see who better person. You can't kill him for street. Karma go happen to you, and you know one sweet thing about karma. If it doesn't happen to you, you will meet somebody in the front, somebody in your generation, your lineage. You come meet that person for front. Don't think you can run away from your karma. Many of you that go around betraying people, don't think you can run away. The only reason why you think you have run away from karma is because it didn't happen to you. When you buy, somebody in your generation will bear that karma for you. I'm telling you nothing but the truth. It is so very funny that this one started facing his own karma very early. He started facing it very early. If you people will not tell him the truth, let me tell you the truth, Two-Face. Since you married this woman, your life not going to remain the same again. Since you married this woman, your life not remain the same again. Man, not life for you. We saw you in that video in the ladies' compound. I want to be like Banser. Me shame for you, man, not life for you. The Two-Face when everybody they respect, see the way it be like Banser for woman compound. You know, get safe for the marriage. You can easily say, yeah. And for you to the shot to this woman for outside, you return. I'm saying you the shot for Annie, wherever for inside, I say, but Annie they swallow out of love. You can tell that woman genuinely love you like scatter. You can tell that you betray her because say you still get money. You won't run for politics now. You don't still get money past the woman who gets it past her. Natasha arrested Two-Face, and I'm very, very happy.
All right. I'm going to go to this one. Let me address a couple of comments. Lima said, please, you guys should go ask Desmond Osawaru from Benin. And how Natasha Mama dealt with him. Wala. What is this story? 2BABA cannot escape this one, Hugao. So you guys really think this is karma? Petzinko says, where is the betrayer though? Isn't it better he left Annie instead of sticking around when he doesn't love her anymore? I mean, there's no comparison between the two. In terms of we don't need to compare the two, okay? It's okay for people to leave a relationship that's not healthy for them. The issue is jumping from fry pan into fire. I think that's the problem. If you're going to leave a bad situation, make sure you're getting into a better situation. How do you make sure of that? Make sure you work on yourself before you enter another relationship. Make sure you heal before you deal. They said Desmond is Natasha's dad. Wala. And Natasha's mom is the daughter of Igbenejo. Is that correct? Problems. Let's listen to Rita Amy. Let's see what she has to say. Barrister Rita.
She is 32. She is politically well placed. I even heard she studied law. She is beautiful. She is 32. She is politically well placed. I even heard she studied law. Never been married before. And she is still single. Despite the fact that she is wealthy. There is a reason such a woman with such a CV will still remain single. It's not because she stayed single and faithful waiting for Two-Face. It's because she has bad character. So I'm not going to come from the angle because Annie wasn't also a saint. So some of you saying Two-Face left somebody that was giving him peace of mind to go. No. Annie also has her own bad character. Let's all not pretend like we've forgotten the substance abuse case. Let's not act like Annie has been a saint all the while. So Two-Face, guess what? If you've entered marriage with this girl and the marriage is not working, Oga, walk away and marry another person. Let me say that again. If you have married this woman, I saw a video where she was saying, but I'm pregnant for you now. Oga, don't let any woman blackmail or what, let me use whitewash you with pregnancy. And the reason she is behaving like this, like a street animal, is not because of pregnancy, because she's not the only pregnant woman on earth. And she does not have any rights whatsoever that you're speaking on a live stream to come and drag phone with you. You have to put an end to this thing.
If you agree with that, put a 1 for yes.
And
if
don't
you
let
disagree with that, put a
anybody
2
blackmail
no
you with, you left Annie. Annie was also not giving you peace. Annie was also a mental case of her own. So guess what, sir? You have the right to stay alive. You have the right to take care of yourself. So if this marriage number 2 is not working, walk away. If you choose to marry marriage number 3, marriage number 4, continue. It is your life. Don't let people come and tell you how you have left peace of mind, how you have moved from grace to grace, or be from grass to grace. It is your life. But you see, the reports are saying some very hurtful things about this woman. And if that is the case, that she had called police for you in the UK, because I saw that video, I am just going to pretend like I didn't see it. I saw it. I'm just going to pretend like it's AI. If you ever quarrel with a woman and the next line of action is for her to call police for you, Oga, it is time to walk away from that marriage. If you've ever quarreled with a woman and she raises her hand on you, it is time to leave the marriage. Just yesterday, I was on Nancy's live, and I was telling these people, because anytime we talk about narcissistic behaviors, they will tell you, they think it's gender-based. It's not. Women can be narcissistic too. And everything that has been said about this woman is pushing towards that. So guess what? You're not going to endure DV so that the world would not say, because guess what, sir? We need you alive. Guess what, sir? We need you alive. You are a legend. You will remain a legend. No matter the amount of slap you receive every day on camera, you will forever remain a legend. There is no story I've not heard since yesterday. She bought you with money. Do you know who Two-Face is? Do you know who Two-Face will forever be? I understand that what you people saw from Annie looked like care, but Annie didn't care for Two-Face. Annie was very, very manipulative, and Two-Face is 100% right to leave that marriage. How do I care about you? And I come and I kiss you and I lick your face and I do this, and the next minute I go on camera to portray frustration, to portray I am tired, to portray. What is it? I saw this write-up. Let me see if it's still there. Let me see if I can read it. Where is this write-up now? And I'm like, this man was like, Two-Face is not the victim. He's a serial baby daddy. Is this, is that, is that. What is that? Who is talking about who is a victim or who is not? The current marriage is not just working out for Two-Face, and he has the right to leave. And if he likes, he leaves now. He wants to get married again. Let him get married. What is Annie? Was Annie a saint? Did you not people not see the mental stress Annie also? So we can all just conclude that Two-Face is unlucky with women. But stop making it look like he left where he had 100% peace to.
All right, let me not finish playing Rita's video. Rita is trying to tell us to pretend that Two-Face does not have a backstory. There are times that I do come from that angle, that let's pay attention to the present, but I never say that to discount the backstory of a person. The backstory matters. The present also matter. We're not going to pretend that Two-Face does not have a backstory. Unfortunately, he has a backstory. And people are going to drag it out, especially if it's less than a year since you announced in a very, in my opinion, irresponsible way that you're separating from your wife. Okay? He's doing the same thing all over again. There's a pattern here. We should pay attention to the pattern, not just, oh, he has the right to leave. Before we know he has the right to leave.
You're right.
We know he has the right to leave now, but yeah. But Rita, you're right, Ice. Rita has a tendency to lean in the direction of holding women accountable. But sometimes the men will show their true color and then she'll back at them. So it just all depends, you know. I'll say this. Ultimately, I want to round up like this. Ladies and gentlemen, social intelligence is key. You have to pay attention to your surroundings. You have to learn how to read the room. But it's difficult to do that if you don't master your own emotions first. That's what I'm going to leave us with today. All right. That's what I'm going to leave us with today. Let me see. I mean, this lady talking is in her second marriage. Is she? Interesting. I don't know her story. 50-year-old unproblematic serial baby daddy. And we don't think that's going to take an impact on his relationship. That's going to have an impact on his relationship. Even if it's an indirect impact, that he needs to create a risk mitigation measures against. If you're coming from a certain type of backstory, it has nothing to do with if you're a kind man, a nice man, a legendary, all this nonsense. The reality is that you live in a world with other people, and they will say things, they will bring up, like, for example, this Desmond story that you guys are bringing up here. So we should look at Natasha, and some people know her backstory. You know me, I don't think, like, I think it's possible that the backstory of her mother probably has nothing to do, probably is the key word, but it also probably has a lot to do, because people learn from it, they're coming from a place, there's a backstory, right? So the key word is probably has something to do with the way she conducts herself within the relationship, because those are the people that raised her. The way Two-Face has conducted himself for the past 27 to 28 years probably has a lot to do with the way he's overreacting right now, the way he handles crisis. He doesn't know how to handle crisis. If he can't handle crisis inside of a relationship with one person, there's a good chance he will struggle with handling crisis in a public space. Of course, he will lash out. Of course, he will come to random on a stage on Daddy Freeze and tell his ex to, because it's not thinking, because it's a guy who doesn't have control. It's a guy who doesn't have control of his emotions. That doesn't start today. This is what a person has learned over a period of time. Okay, so there are some times where I'll be like, no, let's focus on what is going on now. But a lot of times, to understand what is going on now, you have to go back. You have to go back to the backstory. Where did we come? How did you get here? How were you raised? What's your background like? Tell me your love story. I tell that to my clients all the time. Even though they are ready to tell me all the basketball stuff, what they did wrong, I say, tell me your love story. And then in that moment, there's always this smile that will come on their face. In that moment. Why? Why do I want to know the love story? Because I want to know how we got here. Very, very important. So no, we're not going to pretend that Two-Face does not have a backstory. It's not just about he has the rights. Listen, all of us have rights.
You're right.
We all have rights. Nobody's going to take anybody's rights away. But we also have rights to the consequences of our behavior. The consequences does not come from living in a cave, like a caveman. It comes because you live with other human beings. And that has an impact on the results you create. Let's see. All kids don't follow family pattern, but not to her parents' own. Rumors then her parents did sub to ISIS. I know go read your stuff. I know they read this kind of English. MOP, I said 2BABA has landed himself in hot water and only God will save him. By the time that girl and her mom had done with half Baba go remain. Hey, no, let's pray for him, please. Let's save him with prayers. I say yes, madam. Know it all is in our second. Oh God, I didn't know. So you follow her on TikTok? I do come across her live every now. I've been on her stage once before. She's pleasant. She's okay. Natasha's ex-husband ran to Canada from Hawala. Really? Natasha is 32, I heard, right? Well, she told us just now. She always says ladies above 30 not married and doing well have issues. That's why they're not married. That's not true. Well, it depends on what you mean by issue. You know, if they're not complaining, you're right. They don't have any issue. If the woman who is 32 and above 35 is not married and they're not complaining, you're absolutely right.
You're right.
Now, if the lady above 32, not married, is complaining, there is an issue, you know, because what kind of coach would I be if I tell you, you don't have no issue, just go back home, right? That won't work, right? So, let's see here. She do it for games. The men dash her money. Dubato. Ice is going in on Rita, Barista Rita. Yeah, so let me see here. Where are we? Okay, we back up because of our. I need to figure out this mobile thing. True, Tasha's ex ran to Canada. Wow. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. I think we might be wrapping up. Two-Face has a pattern. He's going to keep doing the same thing until he breaks the cycle. Okay? He's going to keep doing the same thing until he breaks the cycle. He's going to keep coming back out to do Shalaye. And some people have the opinion that it's Natasha pushing him to do that. Maybe, okay? But I don't know. Maybe there's juju inside the matter, who knows? So let's focus on how he got here. The way he got here is because he thought there's better picking inside of the streets. There's no better picking inside of streets. Okay? Probably not. Okay? Sometimes there is, but probably, most likely, there's no better picking for inside streets. The streets loves nobody. Write this down, take this to the bank. The streets, the streets, which is where, let me go back to Ice comment here. Let me pick on Ice a little bit. Where is the comment to? Okay, it's actually on my screen. She always said ladies above 30 not married. Ladies above 30 not married, they are often in the streets. The streets, not all of them, of course. The streets loves nobody. Okay? So whatever is going on in your household, make sure that you're not thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. If it looks greener on the other side, somebody is watering it or it is fake. Imagine Two-Face being the grass that is greener on the other side. Imagine you and Edochie being the grass that is greener on the other side. It looks green on the other side, right? But somebody is probably watering it, trying to keep it together, or it is fake. Once you enter, you don't enter be that. Somebody said, "Oh, postpartum," like the lady at Arise News TV said, "Postpartum, yeah, but that the way you behave is the way you behave." If you're in the middle of the streets in London talking about, don't say that. That is who you are. Okay, that is. Do you guys agree? That is probably who you are. Okay? That is probably who you are. Some men are just evil. They can trigger you to be your worst. Yes, that's also true. You're also right about that.
You're right.
But guess what? You can't control all those men. You know what you can control? Yourself. You can control yourself. Okay? You can control. The rock star in this equation is Two-Face. Is the one we're going to hold responsible. In terms of this video, because it's not my picking. I don't get to hold him responsible, As I say, I suspect no baby. Voila. All his wives and baby mama. Two-Face doesn't know who is better. He like who can hide with him. Let me end with this. Thank you, MOP. I'm praying for 2BABA Shah, and may God Almighty help him to heal and also take accountability and start doing right by himself. Yes, I think that's the best place for us to end it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with me today. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one. Take care and God bless. Peace.
This is Ola, man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and #1 Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.